Class is in session. Hey, what's up guys and gals? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, what I want to talk about is this recent controversy that all these Xbox games are coming over to the PlayStation 5 platform. So I believe as of like yesterday evening, there was this article or some rumors starting to come out. Nothing official from Microsoft just yet, saying that Starfield is coming to the PS5. What is it? Indiana Jones is coming to the PS5. Not Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade was supposed to come to the Xbox. What is it? Senua's Saga Hellblade is coming to the PS5. Halo Infinite is coming to the PS5. And this has been rumored for a while. Hi-Fi Rush is going to come to the PS5. So yeah, I want to talk about that for a moment. So I'm going to talk about this from like basically two different angles, all right? And you may perceive that angle as one side of me being like an Xbox fanboy, the other side maybe me being a Sony fanboy. So let me talk about it from the Sony fanboy point of view first. So here's my thoughts on that. I think it's actually a good thing that those games possibly might be coming to the PS5. The reason being is because, whoa, my camera. The reason being, let me be careful. My little dog in the background. Make sure you be quiet, Nico. Anyway, the reason being is because more gamers get to experience those games. I think Hi-Fi Rush is a pretty good game. I haven't completed it yet myself. I'm like towards the end of it, but it was a really good game. I'll give it a solid like 9 out of 10. Starfield wasn't really my cup of tea. Only played it for about like maybe half an hour, then I kind of put it down. It was just kind of boring, and you know, even though it's an RPG and I love me some RPGs, it just doesn't hit as hard as like other RPGs, like, you know, like the Yakuza series or the Tales series or anything like that. So yeah, it's just not for me. Halo Infinite, I really don't like first-person shooters as much, but I did dabble into some Halo Infinite, and you know, I like it. And most of these games, you know, I'm only playing because they were on Game Pass, and you know, I'm already subscribed to it, so I have nothing to lose when it's on Game Pass. However, I think that's my main point for the PS5 or the Sony fanboy point of view, is that, you know, more people that haven't played those games yet get to experience those games. However, this is where the video is going to take a turn. Going from the Xbox side, the Xbox fanboy point of view, I don't know if this is a good idea. The reason being is because Xbox, you got to stop catering to these Sony fanboys or these Nintendo fanboys. I get it. You want them to play your games and you want them to give you money. I get it. You're in the business of making money. You don't really care about consoles. But at the same time, there's a reason why there are 3 consoles out right now, because it's a competition. And competition, Xbox, hear me out, Phil Spencer. Competition is what's going to drive up sales. You want to obliterate Sony. You want to obliterate Nintendo, even though that's not going to happen. You want to make sure that Xbox, you have an Xbox in every single person's house in America or around the world, or as many as households as possible. And the only way you're going to do that is by producing, well, first of all, you got to produce a good, solid console, and I think you've done so right there. Sony fanboys might disagree with that, but I think the Xbox is a better console than the PS5. Just overall, on paper or whatever, I will argue with that back and forth all day long, all you want, but it's a better console than the PS5. But you got to put out good quality software. You got to put out good quality games. And I'm not going to lie, like the lineup of games for the Xbox, you know, Hellblade, I played a teeny bit of the first one, but I'm going to dabble into Hellblade 2 when it comes out. Indiana Jones, I was looking forward to it, but then once I found out it's a first-person FPS kind of game, it's just not for me anymore. Like, I was expecting something more like Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I freaking love that game. I love that series of games. I was expecting that, but Indiana Jones style. That's all you had to do. That was the formula right there, but you kind of like just blundered it. You just, you know, ruined it. But Xbox, you can't just keep putting out your content on other platforms. I get it, you want to make money, but if you keep doing that, like, no one's going to care about your platform anymore. What's the point for me to own an Xbox if I can buy those same games on my PS5 or my Nintendo Switch? PC, I get it. I mean, I'll let that slide. You know, PC is whatever. But what's the point for me to own 3 major consoles if I can just purchase all my games that I really want to play on one console? Now, granted, you guys have Game Pass, so that's a saving grace. But, you know, not that I really care about console exclusivity or anything like that, but what's the point to own an Xbox if I can purchase the game on the PS5? Do you get what I'm saying? Now, for example, I recently purchased Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and I purchased it on the PS5. If you guys put that on Game Pass, yes, I wouldn't have purchased it. I would have bought it. I would have played it on Game Pass, just like I did the Man Who Erased His Name, Yakuza, the Man Who Erased His Name, whatever. I played that on Game Pass. Like, keep doing stuff like that. Yes, keep putting games day and date on Game Pass, day one on Game Pass. But at the same time, like, you want to drive people to your console. It's a competition. And Sony fanboys that are out there raving and going crazy and bananas about this, say like Xbox fanboys are crying. First of all, I haven't seen one Xbox fan like crying about the fact that more games are coming to your console. Second of all, you should be the one crying. The reason being is because if Sony doesn't have any competition, do you think they're going to care to put out any more good quality games? Like, take a look at Spider-Man 2, for example. That game had so many freaking bugs. It was short. There was so much content that they could have put out in the game. It didn't really have that many villains in the game. Like, what? You had Kraven, and you had, who else? You had the Lizard Dude, and you had Venom. That's it. Like, 3 villains that I could think of. Everyone else, like, all these other villains, like, Sandman, I forgot him too. He was the very first villain, but he doesn't really count in my opinion. Anyway, the first Spider-Man game had all these villains and all this content, and then they scaled it down in the second game that came out. Sony fanboys, you should be going crazy. You should want PlayStation to compete with Xbox. Xbox is this major competition. You guys can't compete with Nintendo because Nintendo's kind of in its own lane, and Nintendo will blow either one of these companies out of the water. They've just been in it for way too long, and families, they really mess with that, you know, first party Nintendo content. Sony fanboys, understand this. You want Xbox to be able to compete with PlayStation. You don't want these exclusives on your console. One, because you trash them all day long. You trash these games all day long. I see the videos. I see the threads on X or Twitter or whatever. I see your post. You don't want these games. So why are you going crazy that these games are coming to your console? You don't respect Xbox. You don't respect Bethesda. You talk crap about both companies. When Xbox has like a showcase, you trash it before they even show anything. You don't care about the brand. All you want is, it's like a game of football to you. You just want to get some ground on your opponent and just like own someone. You just feel good about feeling like you pawned someone or you own someone. Like, what a sad life that is, that you feel only validated by putting someone else down just because of they have something that you don't. And at the end of the day, Xbox, I personally don't care if these games go onto the PlayStation 5, because if I want to buy a game that's on the PS5, I'm going to buy the game that's on game that's on the PS5. But it's not good for a competition overall. We want you two to compete like two titans going head to head, and me having to figure out who am I going to give my money to, my expendable money to. And so far, I'm gonna be honest, I own way more games on the PS5 than I do on the Xbox. Mostly that's because of Game Pass. But even though the Xbox is my preferred console, I enjoy the Xbox more than the PS5. I think the PS5 is more of a gimmick, but I own more games on the PS5 and Xbox. If you, I get it, you're going out of the physical market soon. That's what the rumors are saying. Like, you're going to be done with physical game releases. But regardless, if you want me to like keep buying your products, Xbox, if you want me to buy the next iteration of the Xbox system, you got to give me a reason to buy it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going on a ramble right now. But that's all I got to say for this video. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to share this video all around the world with your family and friends. And until the next one, I'm out. Class dismissed.